Boom! Just like that I got superpowers, not flying or super strength, but the ability to pause time. One day that's all I get, 24 hours to explore a world where everyone's a statue. Sounds awesome, right? It all started with this weird antique stopwatch. I found it tucked away in my grandfather's attic, covered in dust and mystery. One click, and the world froze. My heart pounded like a drum solo as I realized what I'd stumbled upon. My first thought? Pranks! Oh, the possibilities! I'm talking epic, legendary pranks. Imagine walking into a room and everyone's mid-sentence frozen with a mouthful of coffee. Priceless. But it wasn't just about the pranks, it was about the freedom. The world, for one glorious day, was my oyster. No lines, no crowds, no rules, just me, myself, and 24 hours of pause time. Let the adventure begin. Have you ever walked down a busy street and just absorbed the chaos? The honking, the yelling, the frantic energy of it all? Now imagine that same street, eerily silent. No movement, no sound, just a snapshot of life in fast forward. It's both beautiful and unsettling. My first stop? The grocery store, naturally. Frozen pizzas raining down from the ceiling, mid-explosion. Check. Shopping carts piled high in gravity-defying formations. Double check. Hey, a guy's gotta eat, even when he's time-bending. Then it was off to the park. I always wanted to try that impossibly high slide, the one even the teenagers were scared of. No problem when time's on your side. Up I went, frozen steps leading to the top, and then, whoosh, pure adrenaline. The day was a whirlwind of frozen moments. I played air guitar on a billboard, rearranged the mannequins in a department store window, even left a little surprise for myself on the weatherman's green screen. Don't judge, we all have our guilty pleasures. Ever dreamed of having the Louvre all to yourself? That's exactly how I spent my afternoon, strolling through the halls, admiring masterpieces without the usual throngs of tourists. I even tried to fix the Mona Lisa's smile. Spoiler alert, it's just as mysterious in person. Hunger pangs struck, and I found myself craving something oddly specific, a blue raspberry Slurpee. Don't ask why, sometimes a guy just needs his sugar fix. So, I hit the local convenience store, grabbing a giant cup and filling it to the brim, and that's when the loneliness hit. Here I was, surrounded by frozen smiles and paused conversations, and yet, I felt completely alone. The silence, once exhilarating, now felt deafening. The absence of laughter, of human connection, left a hollow ache in my chest. It dawned on me then, fun is only truly fun when you share it. What good is a prank without the laughter of your friends, the shared joy of the moment? What's the point of a breathtaking view without someone to marvel at it with you? Section 4. Echoes in the Void. The city lights flickered on, painting the frozen cityscape in an eerie glow. Every window I passed reflected my own solitary figure back at me, a stark reminder of the emptiness that surrounded me. The realization hit me like a ton of bricks. This wasn't the adventure I'd envisioned. I wandered through the empty streets, the echoes of my own footsteps, the only sound breaking the silence. The city, once a symphony of noise and life, felt like a ghost town, haunted by the specters of paused lives. I passed by a group of friends frozen mid-laugh, their faces etched with joy. The sight brought a pang of longing to my chest. I missed the sound of their laughter, the warmth of their company. I missed the simple act of sharing a moment, a joke, a story. The weight of my isolation pressed down on me. The initial thrill of the experience had worn off, replaced by a profound sense of loneliness. I realized then that I craved the familiar rhythm of life, the comforting chaos of human interaction. Section 5. The Long Walk Home. The walk home was the longest of my life. Each step seemed to echo the growing emptiness within me. I thought about all the times I'd wished I could just hit pause, escape from the demands of life. Now, I realized how much I took for granted. The warmth of my apartment, usually a welcome sight, felt strangely cold and uninviting. My dog, frozen mid-wag, couldn't greet me with his usual enthusiastic bark. Even the smell of dinner cooking on the stove, a scent usually filled with anticipation, now carried a tinge of sadness. I collapsed onto the couch, the silence pressing in around me. The weight of my loneliness was suffocating. I yearned for the comforting sound of my family's voices, the warmth of their presence. I longed for the simple joys of shared meals, silly arguments, and heartfelt conversations. As I sat there, surrounded by the stillness of my frozen world, I made a promise to myself. When time resumed, I would appreciate every moment, every laugh, every shared experience. I would cherish the people in my life, the ones who filled my days with warmth and laughter. Section 6. Sunrise. The first rays of dawn pierced through the window, casting long shadows across the frozen world. I clutched the antique stopwatch in my hand, my heart pounding with a mix of anticipation and dread. It was time. I clicked the button, and the world sprang back to life. The silence shattered as the city awoke with a roar. Cars honked, birds chirped, and the familiar sounds of life filled the air. The world was a symphony of noise and movement once again. I stepped outside, greeted by the warmth of the rising sun on my face. The city, no longer a still life photograph, throbbed with energy. People rushed by, their faces etched with 1,000 different emotions. And for the first time, I saw the beauty in the chaos. I walked towards the park, drawn by the sound of laughter. A group of friends were huddled together, sharing stories and jokes. I paused, watching them, a wave of gratitude washing over me. I no longer saw their laughter as noise but as a symphony of joy, a testament to the beauty of human connection. The world was no longer frozen, and neither was I. I had learned my lesson. Time, once paused, now flowed freely, and I vowed to never take it or the people I loved for granted again. The true magic I realized wasn't in pausing time but in embracing every precious, fleeting moment of it.